Everyone, so today we are going to look at the X game, which is going to be on Delta Math. We're going to take a look at level 1 and level 2, how to just answer these questions. It's to prepare you for the factoring that we're going to be doing a little bit later on. So this is to help you out a little bit. All right, so the instructions are to write two numbers that multiply to the value on top and add to the value on the bottom. So we want to find, just like it says, two numbers that will multiply to 63. So I'm going to write multiply here. And then we want to find two numbers, the same two numbers that will add to 16. So it has to be the same set of numbers. So I think the best way to start is start with that 63. Let's think of some number pairs that will multiply to 63. So for example, 1 times 63 is 63. But if we add 1 and 63, that would give us 64. So that's not the combination that we want. Another set is 3 and 21. And you can always use your calculator, just start dividing some numbers if you need to. That's 63, but when you add 3 and 21, you get 24. So that's not the combination that we want. Another combination is 9 and 7. That gives us 63. And when we add those together, we get 16. So that's the number combination that we want. So we can put the 9 here, we could put the 7 here. You can do it the other way around if you want. You could put the 7 here and the 9 here. Either way, it does not matter because both of these are commutative. You can move the stuff around, and that's it. You should be done with that answer. You press submit, and you're good. 9 times 7 is 63. 9 plus 7 is 16. All right, let's take a look at another example. I'll move this way. Okay. So we're going to write two numbers that multiply to 10 and add to 11. So sometimes the most obvious combination is the easiest one to forget. So I'm going to start the same way I did before, numbers that multiply to 10. So the one most people think of right away is 5 and 2. That gives us 10. But when we add that, we get 7. We do not get 11, so that's not the combination we want. The only other combination is 1 times 10. That's going to give us 10. 1 plus 10 gives us 11. So that's the combination that we want. You can put your 1 here and your 10 here, or vice versa. Put your 10 on the other side, the 1 there. Either way, it'll work. 1 times 10 is 10. 1 plus 10 is 11. All right, so when both numbers are positive, it's pretty simple. Level 2, which is on Wednesday, you're going to see numbers that are negative, which is a little different because you have to remember the rules when you multiply and when you add negative numbers. So it says write two numbers that will multiply to -4 and add to -3. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to create a table. And now let's see. 2 times -2 gives us -4. But when we add 2 and -2, that gives us 0. So we don't want that. Now another combination is 4 and -1. When we multiply those, we get -4, so that's good. And then when we add them together, we get +3. So remember, 4 plus -1, different signs you subtract. Keep the sign of the larger number. So that number is going to be 3. So this is the pair that we want. So you can put 4, you can put -1, that works. Now it's different. Say you have, and I'm going to put it at the top, say you have -4 and 1. When you multiply those, you get -4. But when you add those, you have to keep the sign of the larger number. That would be -3. We don't want that. We need a +3. This is a +3. So that's why this combination works and this one doesn't. So we don't want that. All right, we're going to take a look at one more example that has negative numbers, so you'll be super prepared. So write two numbers that multiply to 27 and add to a -12. So it's different here because this number here is negative and this number is positive. So when you think of multiplication, a positive times a positive is a positive. I'll put circles around these. And then a negative times a negative is also positive. So we can have two numbers that are negative, and when we multiply them, we get a positive. So let's keep that in mind for this example. So we have 27. So let's start with the most obvious pair. 1 times 27 is 27. When you add those together, you get 28, so that's not the combination that we want. Let's try this. Negative 1 times negative 27. That's also going to give us a positive 27, but when we add those, we get negative 28, which is not what we want. Another set of numbers, and let me just zoom out a little bit. Move this up. Another set of numbers is 3 and 9. 3 times 9 gives us 27. Now, when we add 3 and 9, we get positive 12. But this is a negative 12. So we're really close, but that's not the set of numbers that we want because this is negative, and when we add these together, we get a positive number. So now I'm going to try negative 3 times negative 9. When you multiply those together, you get a positive 27. And when you add negative 3 plus negative 9, you get negative 12, which is exactly what we want. So this is our combination that we want here. So doesn't matter, you could put the negative 9 first or the negative 3 first. Doesn't matter the order, but it is super important that you make both of them negative in this example.